Fáilte chuig the Prix CIRCOM Regional Gala hosted by TG Carr here in Galway, in the west of Ireland. Please welcome on stage TG Carr's very own Caitli Nic Aoidh.
Banachtaí agus bhar géad míle fáilteiste go chathair ildáte na Drámh. We are very excited for this night of celebration and entertainment in Ireland's creative city and UNESCO City of Film, Galway. Galway is also home to TG Ceathair, and TG Ceathair is Ireland's national Irish language television broadcaster, broadcasting in Ireland and worldwide, and TG Ceathair player at tgceathair.ie. The station's headquarter is in Connemara, about 30 kilometres west of here, in an Irish-speaking area known as the Gaeltacht region. TG Ceathair is very proud to be Europe's most westerly-based television broadcaster. Founded in 1996, we were a publisher-broadcaster commissioning our programmes from independent television producers in regions throughout the island of Ireland. Galway is one of Ireland's five main cities, and this bilingual city, which is culture and arts at its very hub. So take a look at this. TG Ceathair extends a céad míle fáilte to you to the 38th annual CIRCOM conference here in Galway on the west coast of Ireland, where the River Corrib meets the wild Atlantic Ocean.
Galway is the city of the tribes, is a fantastic city. It's huge energy, and you're exposed to that energy and culture as you walk through the city.
In 2020, Galway was crowned the European City of Culture and continues to fly the flag as Ireland's cultural heart and as a UNESCO City of Film.
Growing up in Galway was a privilege because for me it seemed that the extraordinary and strange was actually the norm, and a career in the creative arts was a very normal path to follow. And being able to do so through the medium of Irish and to use that to create contemporary theatre and art pieces is a privilege.
The arts and the creative industries are central to this city, and that gave me an opportunity to work here throughout my entire career, but also to work globally on international TV and film projects. And only for Galway was so supportive of the arts and the creative industries, that would never have happened.
Because of the Arts Festival, because of the FLA, because of the Galway Film Centre, because we moved the Irish Film Board here in the 90s, Galway became a centre for film. It seemed the next thing to do really was to become the UNESCO City of Film.
TG Ceathair has had a huge impact in fostering storytelling from all of the regions of Ireland. Our strategic brand positioning is Súlile, or a different perspective. There is an appetite for a different perspective in Irish television because despite broadcasting in what is a minority language, TG Ceathair has moved up the audience rankings to become the 6th most watched channel in Ireland.
Regional communities are unique in their storytelling, and in an homogenised world, these are even more important than they have ever been. When you have a strong broadcaster like TG Ceathair who is supporting young companies and smaller companies like ourselves, we can now attract people back. That is by itself keeping the culture alive in these regional areas.
Your voice is very important, and the voice from your community is very important to us, and we want that on the national stage.
Leanan TG Ceathair, the haci at the hort of Bheocht agus Uhalach, nel cruiacht in the Hayden, fod na cantar Gaeltachta, on bunches of fodjo huay in the Nangal, guriacht arshin cheri.
We've seen significant growth in the creative economy over the last number of years. There are just under 13,000 people employed, with a sectoral value of somewhere in the region of €750 million. There's a huge demand among existing industries for both storytelling, for digital skills, and we see huge scope for crossover there, and that will allow the creative economy to exist on a more sustainable basis in the long term.
The culture of a country exists on the peripheries, it exists inland and at the coasts, and it's vital that broadcasters understand this. If we want professional artists and actors living anywhere else except the city centre of, say, for example, Dublin, Paris, London. We need to show them that it's economically viable. We need to say you can work where you live.
Broadcasters can do better by having arts programmes not, you know, at 11 o'clock and 12 midnight. They can have them at a time of day or evening when people actually want to see them.
A taste there from some of the creative sector here in Galway. And as we heard Dara from Phoebe say, Galway is a city of tribes with huge energy, and you're exposed to that energy and culture as you walk through the city. And for those of you watching from home, we hope you get a sense of that energy here tonight. We are here this evening to celebrate the very best of television programmes, content and media skills from the regions of Europe. To lead us through category winners to the Grand Prix itself, please welcome the co-presidents of Prix CIRCOM, Mojca Recek and David Lowen.
Thank you very much. Right, good evening, and isn't it great to be back? The awards are in real life again. I will be here alongside Caitli.
And I will be making interviews with the winners after they collect their trophies.
So, as well as the 2022 award winners, we'll be saying hello to winners and commended from the past 2 pandemic years. We have high quality winners across 11 genre categories, and we announce this evening the winner of the Grand Prix, chosen from the category winners, the best of the best. Each Prix category winner receives a trophy, €1,000 in cash, plus travel and accommodation to be here with us. The biggest trophy is for the Grand Prix, which also wins a further €2,000. But perhaps the greatest prize of all is the honour of being the best in Europe, as judged by your professional public service media colleagues. The judging was hosted by CCMA, the Catalan broadcaster, in the Mediterranean resort of Sitges, near Barcelona. There were 14 judges, led by my colleague Mojca. There were 130 entries for the judges to view on TV. And with the Mediterranean so close by, there was much to view also outside the judging room.
You have in your hands people's work that they've submitted with great hope. Even if you think you see something and it's so much better than something else, you have a responsibility to respect that work and to find the best in it.
I think it is inspiring, and it could give you lots of ideas.
It's hard because it's not like watching normally. It's like reviewing a program at home. You've really got to think about the narrative, think about the characters, think about the construction.
Defining what constitutes the best, it's not always easy. Sometimes it's hard to say what the recipe is, the best picture, the best storytelling. You just know, you feel the energy that was put into this entry, and you know it's the best.
Let's take a look at the outstanding entries according to our judges, starting with the category for young on-screen talent. As we say in Irish, Mall an Áige agus Tuckashi, which means praise the youth and they will flourish. The category sponsor is TVR Romania. Please welcome to present the trophy, Elena Spanili.
Right, well, in this category, we look for an on-screen presence, character and style, which, with experience, will help give a fresh and younger look to regional public service media. The winner has the opportunity to visit a station in another country to find out how others make regional television. It's a unique opportunity. There is no commended in this category, just the winner.
This year we had few entries in this category and we don't know why. It's a pity because young presenters are important for the future of broadcasting station. Our winner is Noelia Rey, a young Spanish journalist from Galicia. The jury was impressed by her ease in all kinds of programs. She speaks freely, she's natural, she's comfortable in infotainment, but she also knows how to deal with more serious subjects.
O galego entra por primeira vez nunha preselección de Eurovisión coas tanxugueiras. E dende o Malicia Noticias queremos mandarlle por supostos parabéns a este trío formado por Olaia, Isabela Maneiro e Aida Tarrío. Para nós é todo un orgullo que estean entre os 12 artistas seleccionados para o Festival de Benidorm. Moi boa tarde a todos. Hoxe a caravana do Aquí Galicia detense nas súas casas para convidarlles a gozar con nós da Festa do Magosto, unha celebración con moitísima tradición da nosa terra e das máis importantes do outono. E como xa saben, nestes días son moitos os concellos que están a celebrar o Magosto. E aquí o froito principal é a castaña.
Pero vai bailar, non
vai flipar.
A ver, vai facernos unha demostración de baile. Non faga. A ver.
Se aquí hai mogollón de xente, se eu non invitei a nadie. Bueno, da igual, a min toda esta xente entra igual, porque eu teño un reto, darlle a cunca do Malicia Noticias os primeiros vacinados e vacinadas galegas. Abran paso. Teño localizada, porque está aquí, a primeira vacinada en Galicia, e non me deixan pasar, pero pasarei. Con ela un momentiño. Nieves, ¿qué tal? Está muy guapa, muy guapa.
Estou moi orgullosa por ser a primeira.
E nota algo raro, algo extraño, hoxe, agora.
Está ben?
Está todo ben.
Todo ben. É gracias a todos esta xente.
Eu queríalle facer un regalo, se non acepta. Doulle unha taza, se a quere doulle a taza.
Pois a verlo, dame a taza.
Doulle ela. Levante a taza.
Gracias.
She gives them up and she wins a trophy. To face it tomorrow, Noelia Rey of TV Galicia and Spain.
Lovely, well done. That's it, hold it up.
Noelia, congratulations.
Thank you. Bueno, gracias.
How do you feel as a young rising star who has been awarded by professionals from all over Europe?
Wow, it's incredible. It's such an honor. It's something that I never think. And I think that there's a professional jury, a professional European jury that watch my video and they like it. And it's amazing. It's incredible.
How hard is it for young talent to break through in regional television?
I'm 27. I'm not younger. But I'm not younger at all. I'm younger. But it's not difficult if are people who trust in you and give you the opportunity to give something to work every day and to give the opportunity to present some things that you love and you want to do. And I think that I'm here because there's people to trust in me.
We have seen you are comfortable in different roles. Which is your favorite?
I don't know. I think that Malicia Noticias, that is the program that we see at the last, and it's very different and all of the other programs and all of the other programs of the same channel. So it's incredible to stay in this program and with the college of this program, and it's a pleasure to stay in this program.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we will ask Noila later where ideally she would like to go to travel to add to her experience. The pandemic has meant that our recent winners have all had to wait to enjoy their placements, but not much longer, we hope.
And now our category for video journalism. The sponsor is the BBC. To present the trophy, please welcome from BBC West in Bristol, Neil Bennett.
Oh, you're already there. There we go. Just stand there. Right, there was a change in the criteria for the category this year. Judges were asked to favour those VJs who displayed excellence in mojo, using mobile phones to record, edit and distribute. The judges look especially for video reports which show how a single operator can bring freshness and a new angle to stories which are beyond the scope of a full news crew. Video journalism, upfront and personal.
The commented entry, in fact, is presenting a very remarkable video journalist selection of characters. In fact, he's chosen specific ones and he is delivering very intimate portraits, so the jury was very convinced about that.
Do you first?
The winner of this category delivered a remarkable piece of video journalism because he did it all, being a reporter, a cameraman and an editor. The characters of the stories are very well chosen. There has been excellent camera work and he did really a piece of quality journalism. So congratulations.
Ipak tog dana pokazao je zube I pored najave lijepog vremena.
Štuoc, na putu do male Crne Gore ovo je najvisočija tačka. Jedino se ovda može, surova je klima, a u pozadini lijepo ušuškani žabljak.
Znači ovdje se vrlo teško prolazi, mi idemo stalno, pomažemo tim ljudima na Maloj Crnoj Gori, nosimo im namirnice, nosimo im lijekove, kad god možemo mi to radimo.
Kroz ovakve mećeve decenijama su žitelji Male Crne Gore prolazili kad muka načera. Sada desetak domaćinstava obilaze oni koji to mogu, a svaki susret poseban je doživljaj I za jedne I za druge.
Dobro, došao mi Lazare, kako si žene? Dobro, zdravo. Neka ih. Kako si? Kako ste Petrović? O, pa šta se to? Šta radiš? Kakaj gajo, Bog.
Vidi, ovo je neko ulje za šegu, za ono za Mila.
Milija Gajo Šipčić, sanitet u penziji za mještane je skoro 50 godina, jedini doktor, živa legenda ovog sela.
Volio sam ja ovo moje selo. I nijesam htio da idem nikud. Ovdje sam počeo da radim 71. godine, 1. januara I ostao do kraja.
out in the cold no more. Please welcome the video journalism winner, Darko Bulatovic from RTV Chinagore, Montenegro.
Darko Bulatovic, congratulations.
Thanks, thank you very much.
Have you always been a video journalist or have you been part of a crew?
I must apologize, I'm not so fluent English speaker, but I think you all survived this language tormenting. I'm a video journalist for almost 5 years, and my arrival here and my presence here is some kind of destiny, because first time I saw mobile journalist story was made by Philip Bromless from RTE about one guy who makes coffee with and makes some arts on coffee, and that was made with phone. I said it can't be made with phone. So that was the point. I started to explore, to make the story. I am a video journalist before I had a crew. But then I started to do it by myself all, and here I am now.
Why do you prefer to be video journalist?
Because it's always challenging. I like to push myself to limits, to explore how far can I make stories with only that piece of thing in hand.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Now we come to a new category, digital multimedia. The sponsor is ORF Austria. Please welcome Werner Herix.
Right, this new category, digital multimedia, awards efforts and enthusiasm in using digital technology to enhance content creation, distribution, and interactivity. It showcases stations that understand viewers' needs, that content can no longer be satisfied by traditional linear broadcasting alone. Entries included digital projects and innovation, as well as some frontline reporting.
The video journalist actually delivered an exceptional piece of quality journalism. In fact, it was very courageous because he went to the Romanian-Ukrainian border and he reported live, but also on Facebook and on YouTube, about the situation about the refugees.
Tolószéket gurítva léphettünk a hídra. Megdöbbentem, hogy a szabadságot jelentő híd mennyire sebezhető, járófelülete csak fából készült. De bámészkodni nincs idő, a bácsinak orvosi segítségre van szüksége, a lánya szerint az úton halucinációk gyötörték. Abad orvostan hallgató, több barátjával most jött át a határon. Beszélgetésünk előtt megmutatta, hogy éppen milyen videókat kapott.
The winner of this newly established category demonstrates very clearly the quality criteria of this category we are requesting. First of all, it is addressing young audiences by choosing a very interesting topic. Secondly, it's fascinating. It creates a digital storytelling, giving the opportunity to viewers to interact, to follow their own stories. So this is quite an added value. And thirdly, it's about delivering regional value, as the whole story is done in the regional language.
Ik zit nog heel goed op internet en ja, dat is net een stokje.
Dat is zoveel heel tien omgekeerd.
Iets aan mij trouwens ook bezocht te hacken.
Oh.
Echt weer?
Yeah. How much turnover do these brands and retailers generate each year?
Echt? Net normaal. Ik dit zo net, toch? Oh, ik hoop echt dat Anton weet wat deze getal met shit, want die fucking time die rint ik alweer. Dus ben ik gewoon net tevreden. Ken het hoors.
Hey, wat goed dat we just naar je video. Ik heb echt een mega probleem en ik hoop dat Tommy helpen kist. Vergeet net te abonneren op mijn kanaal, doch die blauwe tonkers even omheen. En als allerbeste zegt je, dan kerst mij me appen. Volg me ik op TikTok en op Insta. Dit gebeurde de jaren.
Hoe kan dat nou? Oh nee. Wat de f***. Ik ben dus tagged in ieder voor een video.
Jennifer de Vries, you have been hacked. We have your pictures and we will expose you if you don't do what we say. You will get an assignment which you have to execute. When you refuse, we will post your pictures in the most famous expose groups.
Dat is toch eng? Er zit gewoon iemand in mijn systeem, hè? Zo'n Chinees nu hebben ze? TikTok is Chinees. En de politie, kijk, ik net bel je. Ik ben er gewoon beroerd van. Wat was ik nou dom? Ik weet het echt niet.
Just move to the side.
The first winner of the category Digital Multimedia, please welcome from Omroep Friesland in the Netherlands, Halbe Peter Klaus, Laura Osterloo and Janiel Ringnalda.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
You are the winner of a new category in the CIRCOM Grand Prix. You have practically set the benchmark of this category. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, proud, of course. Yes, I'm very proud of Omroep Friesland, the broadcaster who believes in ideas, and I'm very proud of the team who is helping me to tell this kind of stories. And then when CIRCOM is seeing that it's working, it's beautiful, great.
What topics have you covered throughout the series?
Yeah, a lot. But so the team is your own responsibility. So the target age is 12 to 15, and that's an age that youngsters are looking for. Who am I, and what can I do with my life? So we try to give them some handles to get a little grip on life, and subjects are sexting, shaming, but also child labor in textiles industry.
How do you see the future of digital multimedia, and what are your future projects?
So my dream of a future project is just to make an European international co-production, the next production. It would be great, if possible, in minority languages, but also it can also be some just normal languages, of course. But yeah, that's a dream and that's the idea, so we just go on.
How important it is that regional centers develop the wider service using digital opportunities?
Yeah, most important, of course. So we need good stories and people who believe in ideas. So, and if we can do it in the region, we can do it also national, and yeah, it's a bright future.
Thank you very much. Good luck. And Kathleen, back to you, Kathleen.
Thank you, Mojca. Well, the theme of this conference is Creative Regions, Creative Economies, and to take a look to see what TG Ceathair does in these regions of Ireland. Have a look at this.
Honnig McCalla and Sale again Kiana le TG Ceathair is the horror TG Ceathair vonimmer an Colach. So tam fit fuche le star agus le kun de tauch the TG Ceathair. So the mar tashi chud a fast tam muid na choma Kiana.
Creatum se gur pork spree in tanga. Gur bailach le golisteach scale agus insin der bailach plugin in different of the mean. Talent no ahent. Ní fiú scéalt insint man ó talan maithagad le níd insint.
Tá sé híadach a bheith an fostíocht wa leanú nach chaid an ard a chur fáil instant ceantar gáilteachta agus an aríomh sé híadach a bheith an chuirle sin.
It does feel like there's kind of a cultural movement happening here in Connemara.
Nar a bhíonn mu an léireachán bíonn sos le gáilche duine idir eiste rí scríbneoirí crú agus daoine breise gobar in Justice for them.
Glúnam ná daoine tris fás an níos agus go ben rud is nádúrthas a saoil dó ná bheith gaiisteach le trachtdracht agus léirú gaiilinge a bheoch is go.
TG Ceathair i Belmama.
Well, we're renowned for music here in Ireland, and it's my great pleasure to welcome 4 of Ireland's finest musicians with a moving piece of music appropriately named The Road West. Please welcome Cathal Hayden, Sligo's Nic Aoidh, Jimmy Higgins, and master button accordionist Martin O'Connor.
You're all heartily welcome to Galway, and it's a great honour and privilege for us to be here tonight as part of this wonderful CIRCOM gathering. And just a little word, Teresa and so forth told me not to expound too much about this piece of music, but it was inspired by a phone call from a friend of mine. I never mention his name, even though his name is Brendan Flynn. And he comes from Clifton and he runs the Clifton Arts Festival. So on this particular occasion, he was reminding me as I lay in bed one morning that I should be in Clifton at that moment. And it was based on a prior agreement between the two of us, which both of us had forgotten, well, except him. And the journey was very traumatic because I had to jump out of bed, get into a bad car, travel along a bad road, and go to Clifton. So the piece starts off very peacefully, and it's full of tranquility until the phone rings. Some of you will recognise the dial tone if you're of a certain age. The dial tone is something like... But anyway, thank you.
Wasn't that brilliant? Thank you very much indeed. And while the equipment is moved, I thought it'd be useful to tell you a little about the judging. The only problem was I didn't get to the judging. I got COVID the night before and spent 13 days, not quite in bed, but you know. So I've got to ask Mojca, who looked after it. Can you tell people what sort of people judge? Who are the judges?
Well, the judges, 14 of them, are the professionals from regional centers, regional televisions from all over Europe. And it's the best thing that can happen to you if somebody who's professional can judge or say something about the program you're making.
And how difficult is it to come to a decision? I mean, you've got limited time. You can't stay in this wonderful, sunny Mediterranean resort for too long.
The judges were very efficient, very quick, although the judging is made in groups, judging groups, and these are also separated in pairs. So they are locked up in the rooms in the hotel, watching the programs and then discussing the quality of it. And then the whole group gathers, and then the decision is made and reached after some serious discussion.
Well, I'm delighted to hear they were locked up like I was as well. Thank you, Mojca.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kate. Now, the category Most Original and Innovative. This is one of the Prix strongest and most popular categories. Please welcome the sponsor from Nic Aoidh in Norway and the Director Regional Content, Marius Lillian.
Well, he's playing to a home crowd, isn't he? Right, well, this award recognises production originality, unusual content, fresh style, new technical skills, innovative ideas, and presentation flair. We have examples of innovation behind the camera, as well as bright ideas on screen. What we want is something so different, so amazing, it wakes the judges up.
It was an excellent example of bringing an art form, in this case contemporary dance, to express the testimony of a refugee, and it was done beautifully and artistically.
Un dia la professora m'ha dit, aixeca't. Quan he aixecat em diu, despulla't, treu-te tota la teva roba per saber si ets una dona o no. Siguis una adolescent de 16 anys, siguis humiliada d'aquesta manera, és molt dur. Això no he pogut ni explicar en els meus llibres, per el sentiment que en aquell moment vaig portar. Era una decisió tan forta, per mi era o estudiar o morir, però en aquell moment tenia que decidir la meva dignitat, estudiar o morir.
So we like the innovative way they treated the message. It's a quite dark and sinister message in the current climate crisis, but they made it entertaining and dramatic for a young audience. We also loved the science experiment they did by taking a house, a life-size house, and flooding it in a dock so that the two presenters would experience what it would be like if they had to go through a flood.
Det fylles med vann! Føttene mine fylles med vann.
Det var rart å gå i det her! Det ville bli kaldt!
Ja. La oss gå inn.
Markus, det her går jo kjempefort. Det kommer til å komme opp inn hit.
Å, jeg brøt i skoene.
Markus, se, vi kan ta dem.
Ja, la oss.
Ok. Ja. Det kommer inn! På begge sider! Vi må sette den her! Det funker jo ikke!
Se puta!
Ja!
Og bruk alt du har, bare få ut vannet.
Ok, men det funker jo ikke!
Jeg ser det!
Markus har heller et forsøk på å holde vannet ute med puter,
det funker jo like bra som håpløse klimatiltak.
Kanskje teppet funker?
Legg det utover. Nei, hallo! Markus, nå skulle vi ha teppet til å varme oss.
Åja, det er sant. Jeg burde kanskje tenkt på det.
Well, they've dried out now, thankfully. Please applaud the winners from Inorca Trondalage, Jon Arnhoff Johansen, Tormod Ingel, Dennis Sivali, and Ole Petter Klepp.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
How important and how difficult is it to find original and innovative ways to reach audiences?
With a message like this, talking about climate change, it's very difficult, especially talking to children. You have to put it in the context that they understand, and as well, don't scare them, and make it fun, and as well make it understandable. So it's very difficult, but I think we found a way.
So your target audience were children. Is this more challenging then?
Yeah, because I think climate change makes a lot of people negative. It's, talking about it makes you depressive. At least researching for the TV show we made is very, it's challenging to read all the bad news, but we have to put it in the context that they understand, and I hope we made it.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We now have the category Entertainment and Drama. The joint sponsors are the Spanish Autonomous Regions stations of Asturias and Galicia, TPA and TVG. To represent them, please welcome Secretary General of CIRCOM from TVG Galicia, Fernando Ojea.
Right, well, even in regional television, you are allowed to laugh occasionally. And the range of regional entertainment and programs has widened in recent years. This category includes location and studio drama, shiny floor glamour shows, comedy, game shows, quizzes, and competitions. Entertainment and drama may not be everyday output in many regions, but often in such programs you find the heartbeat of a region and its culture.
It's very interesting because they show in the drama, fiction drama, it's possible, the coexistence centered on the cultural diversity is possible and healthy.
Que no te confundan las mejorías repentinas. De la misma manera que desaparece, la lluvia vuelve. En el camino lleva calzado impermeable. Lo necesitarás. Esto es lo más importante en el camino. Lo repetiré muchas veces. Acuérdate.
It's an entertainment program with excellent storytelling in a child-friendly format, with well-lit scenography, space, with soft colors, offer a very effective narrative, focus on main message. That is the importance of the health care.
Du er jo glovarm.
Gilbert, vi har en syk bamse. Ut og hent.
Det er mottatt, Charlotte! Har bamsen blitt syk, har bamsen din vondt, da kommer jeg. Jeg plukker den opp og gir den en klem før vi drar hjem til legen. Hun er så flink, bamselegen, bamselegen. Hun ordner opp, bamselegen. Hun har svart og surt en grei. Stålfinger, bamselegen, bamselegen. Hva som er galt, må jeg bamsen. Du blir frisk og glad og god igjen.
Og når maskinen er ferdig, så kommer det ut noe ut av det røret der etterpå. Og da får vi vite hva det er som feiler bamse. Oi! Det er et veldig uvanlig virus. Det er et virus som heter meslinger. Og det kan være farlig.
Charlotte, 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 nå tuller du fælt her. Muslinger er jo ikke et virus, det er jo mat. Kjempegod mat. Har du spist det? Det er jo nam-nam. Deilig. Bestefaren min elsket muslinger, han også. Det er ikke farlig det, Charlotte.
Nei, ikke muslinger, men meslinger. Det er et virus det, Gilbert.
Well, you'll all be delighted to know that Teddy is back to his old self again. And yes, it's in Norway again, and in our Trøndelag, please welcome Marita Abel-Gruner and Ole Jorgen Finesse, winners of the category Entertainment and Drama.
Well done. Well done.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
So your target audiences are young children. How demanding is that?
That's really demanding, but children need to know facts and answers too, so we just have to work around it like Newton did with climate. We can tell children about cancer, about vaccines, just in their way. So we joke a little bit, but it's deadly serious also.
How hard is it to compete in the global world with major international companies with enormous resources, you as a regional program with regional budget?
It's hard, but if you believe in the facts, you can make everything out of a small budget. And this was a real doctor we hired for this work. And we had cases like she'd done several times, so she just became this teddy doctor. And the children were happy on stage and made their own teddy bears healthy again. So it's hard with small budgets, but we believe in it and work 24 hours a day. Yeah.
Thank you and best wishes. Congratulations.
Well, those parts of regional culture which cannot be found in entertainment and drama will surely be found in our next category, music and arts. and I'm sure that is very much true of Ireland, Galway in particular, and of course TG Ceathair itself. Tá ceol agus siamsaíach mar chud learnar dar gultar agus éireacht an seo an éireann, which dali ar seal a haulu gan dríocht an ceol. So we're all especially delighted that the category Music and Arts is sponsored by TG Ceathair. To present the trophy, please welcome our Chief Executive and our host this evening, Alan Esselmont.
Right, another home crowd win, yes. Right, this category has grown in numbers of entries and in quality. And indeed, I should say it was won by TG Ceathair 2 years ago as well. It highlights the social value of music and arts and the cultural contribution they make. The entry may be short format report, documentary or coverage of performance. Last year, it was won by Omroep Friesland in the Netherlands, who challenged again this year.
And we like to commend it because of its quick reaction to the lockdown to entertain young children at home, using the tools that were available at the time like Skype and Zoom. And they did this really well through lovely music, storytelling and dance.
Oeh, ja, Noek een echt boze gezicht, Noek. Oeh. En blied? Dat vind ik leuker. Nou, ik je kleersteens. Zie je hem er een kleer voor? Dit is mijn holle. Goed zo, je hem naar beneden. Dit is mijn teen.
We chose the winner of Music and Arts because of the artist subject, and it was her idea to paint a large mural depicting elderly people in an embrace on a big wall. It was the idea that she had to involve elderly people in this project, and that's when the story came alive. It was it was the involvement of a group of people that have been left behind in the pandemic who have really, really suffered, and we just loved this story, and it was well deserving of the winner.
¿Qué tal? Mira, mira todos, diles hola. Se mueren de la envidia, ¿eh? ¡Vamos! No puc estar més contenta d'estar fent aquest projecte amb aquesta residència perquè s'estan involucrant moltíssim no només en veure el mural, sinó que fan 1000 activitats paral·leles, estan superemocionats tots. Hi ha una il·lusió amb què participin tots els avis. Hi ha una energia general que és molt guai. Són unes artistes totes aquí, eh?
Y esta parece como un chuches, ¿no? Ah, mira, chucherías, sí.
Sí que parece chucherías.
Sí. ¿Qué es el que has fet?
Un monstruo.
Bueno, un monstruo bueno, como tú.
Una emoció quan els veus tots aquí baix, amb les cadires i tots mirant. Brutal, i clar, cada dia em canten una cançó que fan ells de la lletra. És que és increïble. Sí, és increïble lo estimulats que arriben a estar i que els hi encanta.
Winner of the category Music and Arts, our judging hosts CCMA in Barcelona, please welcome to stage Santi Suarez and Belén Sanchez.
Congratulations. So how important was this project to elderly people?
Wow, was really important for them because it brought life to their home and also give them the opportunity to interact with younger people when they have been apart for a while without any opportunity to have contact with them during the pandemics. Yeah.
How do you see social value of music and arts and the contribution they make to regional culture?
Basically, this project was born when we were walking through our streets in Barcelona during the pandemics and realized that one of the unique ways that we have to experience art were through the murals that we have in the city. So with these murals, we realized that we have amazing talent living within the city and sharing this art on the streets, and that helped to build a community. That was amazing. That's the origin of the project, and I think that's also the origin of art.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mojca. Well, after our music category, I think it's time for some more music, and there's nothing quite as magical as families that sing together. From an Irish War, a beautiful part of Connemara here in Galway, here are All-Ireland award-winning singers Críomha agus Séamus Ó Fluharta le Eleanor Naroon.
Svi boy kelgumalo shi no hein lo on gra. Svi boy kelgodoy kyo shi on carfor. Svi boelle kinna khanyero Shi gramo khri smoye char Avernlin jasog to se smilče på. Songs var ikke se på begge Marisas marhjolen gaunala
Well, Ellen Harn, the Barth of Morris Undle. What an enchanting performance there by Caoidh and Seamus, and that's a lovely taste of our traditional Irish music here. Regional news is, of course, the core business of every station. News reports are the building blocks of our relationship with our viewers and users. The category News Report is sponsored by SVT Sweden. Please welcome Josefin Ziegler.
Right, well, key in this category is the quality of storytelling. We also include reports delivered by means other than traditional broadcast. There has been, of course, no shortage of international news recently, and our thoughts are with those in fear and those suffering in the Ukraine. And our thoughts are also with those journalists at or near the front line, and who, despite the dangers, bring us video evidence of what is taking place. Indeed, our own pre-entries reflect this European crisis.
This is a really important and brave story about the life of people in Mariupol in Ukraine just when the war started. So this really shows us how their life was affected already before the war.
Из целия град хора носят празни туби, търсят вода, който има агрегат, има електричество. Тези хора нямат нито едно от двете.
Тук стрелят, само това правят, постоянно. Тук взрив, там взрив, кой стреля не знаем. Или Украйна, или Донецк, ние не знаем.
Хората в тази част на града, носещи белезите на войната, са се събрали да чакат водоноска.
Вчера имахме електричество за малко, но работниците не биват допускани до аварията.
Страхуват ли се за живота си, питаме ги.
Отговорът е не. От 8 години се борим за живота си и не знаем ще се събудим ли утре или не.
We chose this winner because this story really got close to the judges. This is a sad and a special story about how everyday life can change just from one second to another. Except from the excellent news report, there's also a really nice online story which the judges appreciated a lot.
Det er klart, vi hadde jo snakket om å få et barn til. Vi hadde planer om å gifte oss. Han hadde mast og mast om ikke vi kunne ta master i lag. Altså, vi hadde jo store ambisjoner i lag.
Og da Dalia er 2 år, får Morris endelig oppholdstillatelse i Norge, og de får ei siste jul sammen før alt skal snu. I dag er datteren deres 4 år, og pappaen hennes bor her på sykehjem på Sortland sammen med gamle. Da Morris var tilbake i Uganda for å forberede flyttinga, forandret et brutalt ran livet.
This is pineapple. Han ble stoppet mens han satt i bilen, hvor han ble presset til å betale penger. Og hva som skjedde etter det veldig usikkert, men det han landet på at han fikk en betongstein smelt i bakhodet.
Her ser vi Morris i Uganda etter overfallet. Dette for vel 1 år siden. Han alvorlig hodeskadet, fullstendig pleietrengende, har mistet synet og taleevnen. Det går nesten et halvt år før Dalia får pappaen sin hjem. Å komme raskt i gang med rehabilitering etter hjerneslag veldig viktig. Legespesialister i Tromsø har laget et opptreningsprogram, men det fulgte ikke kommunen godt nok opp, mener Sofie, spesielt i de 2-3 første månedene. Hun forteller at Morris har blitt liggende alt for mye i senga, og at han dermed ikke får trent balanse og muskulatur.
Jeg føler fra dag 1 at han ble sett på som en lost case. At her var det ikke noe hast, og tida går ifra oss.
They won this category in 2019, they won it last year, and they've gone and won it again. It's Inarqua, Nurland. Please welcome Mojca Recek Martinson, Lars Bjorn Martinson, and Rebecca Madsen.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This is a heartbreaking story. We all want to know what happened to Morris after the report.
Well, it's not over. Sophia here is still struggling for her love, Morris, and it's not over. He still lives here in this home for older people and dying people. And this story led to a debate about should young people, a father, live in a home for older people. So it's not over. We are still working at this story.
All the best. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And to go back to the commended and Ukraine, tomorrow morning in Meet the Winners in the veranda room, you can hear and see more, not just from winners, but also our commended reporter there, Alexander Markov from BNT.
Put the news reports together and you have a regional news programme, a lifeblood link between the news provider and the regional audience. The news programme category is sponsored by the Regional News Stations, RPO from the Netherlands. Please welcome Rachel Bernson.
Right, well, the Daily News Show still rates as a defining point of regional station identity. But these days, of course, viewers of live news programmes are also users of online news. So although we call this category news programme, it does include also the wider service delivery. The judges want news with all the regular and ever-changing aspects of the regional society, events, social issues, politics, sport, culture, scandal, trivia, all this perhaps brought together in a must-watch appointment to view.
This entry really shows the importance of public service and its role in a democratic society. They also managed to reach people under 30, which we all know is really hard but so important for the future.
Aion todellakin äänestää. Mun mielestä äänestäminen on kaikissa vaaleissa tärkeää, mutta näin pitkälle etukäteen niin yleensä tietää jo mistä on kyse, mutta näiden vaalien kohdalla ei tiedä.
Hyvää iltaa. Noin 3 viikon päästä 23. tätä kuuta äänestetään Suomen historian ensimmäisissä aluevaaleissa. Ja jos tuntuu, että et oikein tiedä, mistä tässä nyt on kyse, niin et kyllä ole ainoa. Kohta ymmärrät, mistä näissä vaaleissa äänestetään.
The winner of the category news program really caught the judges' interest and gave us knowledge about an historical moment. It's a really good example of how you can combine daily news with historical moments and also put in investigative journalism to make it really good and interesting for the audience.
Good evening. You're watching a specially extended BBC Newsline with Donna Traynor on the findings of the Ballymurphy inquest. 50 years after the shootings, it finds that 10 people shot dead were entirely innocent. Among the victims, a Catholic priest and a mother of 8.
We're just delighted with the outcome today because today is our day. Today's my mummy's day.
We're just so happy because the stigma has stuck for 50 years.
I'm live in West Belfast with some of the families after they welcomed the coroner's findings. She said the use of force was clearly disproportionate.
It was found that 9 of those killed were shot dead by soldiers. I'll be speaking to the former head of the army, Lord Dannett. The killings came immediately after the introduction of internment. We hear from some of the people who were eyewitnesses at the time.
Father Mullen, he went about 20-25 yards away from me and I heard him cry out. Gunshot and he cried out and I looked back and seen him. He was knocked down and he was clutching his arms.
The Ballymurphy shootings have had a profound impact on the families down the years. Especially Army claims it had killed IRA gunmen.
To tell the truth, it nearly killed me. It really did. And it was just horrendous for the whole family.
The winner of the news category news programme is BBC Northern Ireland. Please welcome Damien McGee and the BBC Newsline team.
Congratulations. You have dealt with an incident that happened more than 50 years ago. Why it was important to address this subject now?
Yeah, you're right, it was 50 years ago, and you know, it's a cliche to say that the past is another country. I think it's not a cliche that applies to Northern Ireland because the past is still with us, and it's how we work through what happened half a century ago and still matters now. But and it matters because we're dealing with the legacy of everything that happened, so it's very real for people in their lives now. But I think the challenge for us was that, as you say, it was 50 years ago, and we're talking about having to report on, for example, the line of sight that soldiers had, the sight lines for bullets, where the bullets landed, who was in what field, who was in what street, where the army were. And that was 50 years ago, and you know, none of us were there except one person on our team, Frank, who was on the stage with me. His family lived through this, and so he brought an expertise to that. And we did apply a very forensic approach to reconstructing all those events, to getting to the core of what happened, and then to giving voice to all of those involved, whether it be the families or British Army players, because BBC Northern Ireland has to tread a very, very careful path through the middle of a lot of stuff. And that's all about ensuring that we're trusted. And I think trust is something that was talked about in the CIRCOM conference today. It's what public service broadcasting is about. And I think the programme that we made there shows the importance we place on trust. So I want to thank the judges for selecting us. It's a great honour for our team. Agus bhailam sa fósta ma bhuachas a ggóil le TG Cahar. Fuirmid fáilte iontach ag an cógáil seo agus tá sé iontach bheith in Gaillimh. It's great to be in Galway. Thanks to TG Cahar. Thank you to CIRCOM.
And thank you. Congratulations.
We now come to the most popular category in the Prix, documentary, and the sponsor is RTE Ireland. Please welcome Joe Reddington.
Yes, it's the biggest category and probably the toughest to win as well. It's quality and a lot of it. Judges give preference to the examination of issues which have regional relevance, even if set in an international or national context. They also seek evidence of strong storyline and outstanding professionalism in direction and technique.
This is an intensely local story. The story of a doctor in a tiny community, but thousands of people turned out for his funeral. And we unpick and discover why, and through the device of a sculptor who's coming up with a project. It's beautifully filmed, technically superb, and you can see the attention to detail.
Nigdy nie podniósł na nikogo głosu, nigdy nie dał odczucia swojej wyższości. On robił to, do czego był powołany.
Chciałem zapytać o pani sąsiada, znajomego, o pana doktora Rakowieckiego, bo wiem, że państwo się znali i rodziny się znały. I jaki to był człowiek?
To był człowiek wielkiego serca. To takich ludzi teraz się nie spotyka.
We're really proud to put this forward as the winner of the category. It was hard, there was tough competition, but it was the testimonies of the women that was frankly humbling, the trust that had been built up by the documentary maker, and the beauty of the film.
Les violences sexuelles concernent un enfant sur 5, et ce sont les chiffres du Conseil de l'Europe. Ça veut dire que dans une consultation de 10 femmes l'après-midi, et toutes les sages-femmes, tous les gynécos peuvent voir 10 femmes dans une après-midi, il y en a 2 qui sont concernées. Donc 2 femmes qui auront eu dans leurs antécédents des violences sexuelles.
J'avais essayé d'appeler des amis ce jour-là pour, enfin voilà, parce que je me sentais en danger. J'avais vu mon médecin avant qui m'avait dit, écoute, il y a un truc qui va pas, ça craque. Donc, elle était à plusieurs centaines de kilomètres. Elle m'a dit, demain matin, je suis là à 8 heures, je te prends à 8 heures, mais tu tiens jusque-là. Et je me suis dit, mais comment je fais pour rester en vie, quoi, alors qu'il y a tout qui était en train de mourir. C'était vraiment... je pense que les gens ne se rendent pas compte de ce que c'est quand on dit qu'on va pas bien, quand on dit que ça fait mal à l'intérieur. Et quelqu'un qui l'a pas vécu, il peut pas savoir, en fait. À quel point la vie peut être insupportable, juste insupportable. C'est l'enfer, quoi. Et ce soir-là, enfin voilà, j'ai 2 enfants, elles étaient déjà nées à l'époque, hein, c'est choupinettes. Et je me suis dit, on fait pas ça à des enfants, quoi. Enfin, une mère ne fait pas ça à ses enfants. Pour moi, c'était pas pensable. Il fallait que je trouve un moyen pour rester là jusqu'au lendemain matin, 8 heures. Et je me suis fait couler un bain d'eau froide. Et je suis restée toute la nuit dans ce bain d'eau froide, juste pour contenir, en fait.
The winner of the category documentary, please welcome from France 3 Grands in Strasbourg, Eric Lamaison.
Thank you. Well done.
Eric, congratulations to you.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
How difficult it was to gain the trust of the women who participated and shared their very personal stories.
Actually, it was difficult and not difficult because, for instance, this woman knew I met her many times before shooting pictures. She came to Paris all day long, then I went in Brussels, she lives in Brussels, 2 times, 3 times for weeks. And so when we spoke together when we were shooting pictures, I mean, it was done before, so it wasn't difficult. And they trust me, and maybe you could ask me, it's a curious, very strange title for a documentary about sexual violence. First, do not harm. D'abord, ne pas nuire. In Latin language, primum non nocere, it's the first commitment of the Hippocratic oath. It means that the doctors, the practitioners, the physicians need to care about those particular patients. And there is a woman in Strasbourg, in France. Her name is Nadine Knezovic-Daniel, and she's wonderful. She's a midwife, you know. She is the manager of all the midwives in Strasbourg. And she decided to have protocol to take care of these women because it happens oftenly that when those women are pregnant and come to the hospital for the birth of their babies, it's a huge, terrible things which happens in their brain, in their bodies, and so on. And usually the young midwife or the young practitioners are not used to that. So that the base of this documentary is to show this particular experience.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think it's time now for some more entertainment. And this time it's traditional Irish dance with a modern twist. Please welcome the incredible fusion fighters with Phantom. Mojca Recek, what a phenomenal performance there by the fusion fighters. So to the category Minorities in Society, another one of the most fiercely contested categories. This category is sponsored by France Television. Please welcome, to present the trophy from France Television in Strasbourg, CIRCOM's Deputy General Secretary Françoise Herbe.
Right, well, this award reminds stations of their public duty to reflect and develop a multicultural society. The judges look for factual programmes and reports which reflect matters relating to minority groups. They pay special attention to issues of contemporary concerns and reports which have positive impact.
It is an experiment, a social experiment, a very good lesson for young people. The actors are young people, starting to understand how it is to live with some disabilities.
Janire, ni heldu naiz, banago, Janire.
Ni be bai.
Baina mantzuten duaz kamioiek eta gauzak, tio. Janire, hori dira alkantarillak, karreterako alkantarillak.
Ai, ama, entzuten dut izan asko.
Igo gora.
Baina gora. Segi, corazón, listo, ya estás.
Semaforue pasau dut oso gaizki. Espadozu ikusten da, paluakin da zentzazioa da kriston aldapia dauala. Gero gano, takoitxuekin. Ez to jakin, jauzi bioten ero ez.
Beautiful farming. We were there, so there was no screen between us. Beautiful people. They met all together in a farm, and they did hard work, because hard working heals your soul and your body. We get hope and we get a lot of understanding these people, and the message was, I want to help.
I guess animals are much simpler to understand than humans. What you see is what you get with an animal.
All right, yeah, there you go.
Come on, big guy. Eddie.
It's pretty cold and it's rather windy, but someone has to look after these animals.
Just because I can't speak, it does not mean that I would not make a meaningful contribution to society.
I'm committing myself to an increasing fundraising bill, and it's gone over 120,000. It's mind-boggling. Okay, what's happened there? They've somehow got out. Well, it's taking his opportunity for freedom.
If I didn't have this farm, I'd have probably gone mad years ago.
Oh, I think we've got a sneezing chicken there.
Come on then, Mads. Let's go to work today. That's it, off we go. Let's go and see what's happening, Mads. Oh, look. We're a small working farm, 100 acres, with about 30 beef cattle on. But we're also a farm where young people with autism learn working skills. We've got little goats and chickens, and we have an organic egg production. My word, what a busy day. Here's Sam, and Adam's just arrived. So, morning, Sam. Hello. There's Peter doing the chickens over there. Morning, Peter. Yeah, that's right. Peter's been coming to the farm since he was 5, and he's in his 30s now. He's very good at his jobs. It's neurological. They might very well want to be somebody who holds down a job, but blow me, can they work out that they've got to set the alarm clock, they've got to get out, they've got to find their socks. They just can't get that together, so they will never get to work unless you actually make that happen for them, and that's what we try to do here. Hello, old lady. How are you doing? That's a good girl.
on the Farm, a second award for the BBC. From BBC South Southampton, please welcome Ben Moore and Eric Anderson.
Congratulations. This is a story full of hope. Why did you find it important to raise awareness of autism?
Well, it's a personal reason. My son is autistic. And when I arrived at the documentary team, I really wanted to tell a story about neurodiversity. And they gave me the farming brief, and I thought, I don't know how I'm going to manage this, but luckily there was just this amazing place in Oxfordshire that we found Lydia and everyone there. She only takes on young people with who are on the autism spectrum, and yeah, we spent summer there, and we filmed over the winter, and yeah, it's just still one of the most magical places I've ever been, actually.
How did the audiences react? The judge, Dita, said, we want to help. Was there more help after this?
Yes, part of the sort of arc of the story and the jeopardy in there was that Lydia really had to live very much hand to mouth. So she had to raise about £3,000-4,000 every month from scratch just to keep the farm going, or these people would have nowhere to go, really. And they woke up the morning after the documentary had aired, and they had £40,000 in their bank account from donations. So, you know, we were just over the moon for them, and you know, they're now very much on the map. We're going back in the summer because they're having an open day. You know, and a lot more people are going to be there and helping them and just help them keep going. They're able to take on a lot more people now. They're expanding, they're building a residential block, and I think Lydia as well is looking to take on another farm so she can do this elsewhere in the UK.
Great job. Congratulations.
And you may remember that Ben was winner of the Video Journalism Award a couple of years ago as well, so congrats.
So to our final category, Investigative Journalism. The sponsor of this category is the Council of Europe. To present the trophy, please welcome Alan Drake.
Right, well, entries in this category need to go deeper than standard regional news coverage. This is very properly the sharp end of what regions do in campaigning journalism, revealing what others want kept secret. It's not easy, it's not cheap, it's not quick, but it delivers true public service and some very important stories.
Journalists succeeded to talk with members of the gangs and also told a story about how the gangs are working with social media.
No le ha achacado, no hay amigos. Muchas veces el fin de semana era salir en busca de la pelea. De lo peor que he podido llegar a ver ha sido cómo hemos tenido que dejar a gente tirada en el suelo, sangrando, inconsciente.
Se dedican a amedrentar a chavales que ven sueltos por ahí. Les rodean, les intentan robar, es como se divierten.
¿Tú has visto palizas en grupo a una sola persona?
Sí. Alguna vez me han dado a mí alguna también. Entre 20 así. Me han cortado la cara hace 2 semanas.
Un grupo que está mirando y están actuando una o dos. Pero claro, ese grupo lo que te está haciendo es apadrinar. Claro, el acto es mucho más violento.
This was what journalism is about. It was a local story. It was very important for that region. And the journalists were working 3 years on it, so they had to be very patient. And I think that journalism has to control government, has to control authorities, and that's what they did. We thought as a jury it was a very good story.
Når du skal på et sykehus og så bli operert, så gjør du å regne med at det blir skikkelig gjort.
Det er jo en fin stump, men sånn er det jo bare.
For det er et system som skal sikre at kvaliteten til enhver tid er forsvarlig. Og det har ikke vært godt nok. Og vi har jo sett at det har gjentatt seg mer enn det som bør skje.
Hva han har gjort egentlig, det vet jeg ikke, annet enn at han har gått inn i beinet mitt og skadet et bein som sånn sett var friskt.
Jeg stoler ikke på dem. Det er i sykehuset i Kristiansand. Jeg stoler ikke på dem.
Ledelsen sklir unna, tar ikke ansvar.
Og det er veldig alvorlig av mennesker som står så høyt oppe i systemet.
Vi ser jo alvorlig på denne saken.
Du bør jo helst komme ut i bedre form enn du kom inn.
Nesten ingen steder er vi mennesker mer sårbare enn når vi legger oss i en sykehusseng og overlater livet til helsetjenesten. Vi tar det for gitt at vi er i de beste hender, og at alle kun ønsker det beste for oss. Det er helt utenkelig at noen vil utføre inngrep for å bedre en statistikk eller opprettholde et helsetilbud. NRK har avdekket systemsvikt og feiloperasjoner ved Sørlandet sykehus. 450 pasienter har krevd ny vurdering etter NRKs avsløringer.
A programme 3 years in preparation. It's the 4th one for Norway tonight. From Innorka, Sørland in the south of Norway, please welcome Sive Kristin Selman, Kari Jeppeste Arnensen and John Anders Mullen.
Congratulations. Devastating story you reported on. Has there been any development since?
We discovered there was particularly one doctor, a Kazakhstani doctor, who had worked on the small hospital for 11 years as an orthopedist without being an orthopedist. So there was particularly one rotten egg. And he eventually lost his job. And we recently published a new story because he just moved to Germany and he operates patients there. So just hang in there are more stories to come.
How important is it that regional televisions invest in investigative journalism?
I think it's very important, and I hope that our story can inspire other local media. But it's not like we worked only on this story for 3 years. This was like almost a bit with one hand on the wheel and, you know, the ongoing daily stories with the other hand. So it's like a parallel run. But we hope that we will inspire other.
Best wishes. Yeah. Congratulations.
great to be here together at the gala this evening, but the Prix didn't disappear over the last 2 years of pandemic disruption.
No, indeed. The COVID stopped me, but it couldn't stop the Prix. And regional television played a vital role in keeping people informed and entertained during the lockdowns. Now, CIRCOM has had 2 Prix galas, which were remotely produced, presented and enjoyed across Europe. In those 2 years, judges working from home and working from offices viewed very nearly 400 entries. They discussed and decided on video calls who would be the commended and who would be the winners. It was a great effort, and so thanks to all those who made it possible and those who took part. Those online galas were a unique experience and great fun.
I'm sure this will be unforgettable evening and it will have its own place in CIRCOM history.
I suggest it's an appropriate moment to raise a drink and say congratulations to them all the category winners. Cheers.
Thank you, everybody, and I really hope to be able to watch all your programs really soon on our national television.
We got the champagne ready.
The winner of the Grand Prix. How did we live in a forest? Congratulations from TVR Timisoara.
Thank you very much, and sorry if I'm like this, and please tell me that next year I'm coming in your band. I can dance.
Nothing more. You are welcome. You are really welcome. I propose a toast now.
Now, come on. They've had remote galas, but we haven't applauded them. Please stand up. The winners of 2020 and 2021, where are you? Up you go. Up you go. Fantastic.
That's some applause, fair play. Brilliant programmes, brilliant skills, brilliant winners, every single one of you. So a huge congratulations to you all.
Yeah, congratulations. So, and so we come to the Grand Prix for 2022. Now, the choice is never an easy one for the judges. This year, the final decisive discussion was led by my colleague Mojca. Let's see how it went.
Dear members of the jury, we have finally reached the time to decide the best of the best. We are always looking for something special, breathtaking, let's say, but all these are already winners.
I think the message is very, very powerful and clear.
Yeah, done in a professional way all the way through.
It touches people in a unique way.
Now it is time to make a vote. Who thinks this should be a Grand Prix?
Hands up. Again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, all of you.
So I'm happy to announce that the decision is anonymous.
The decision was unanimous, but for which entry? The sponsor of the Grand Prix is the TVP Poland. Please welcome Wojciech Malinowski.
Thank you.
And to make the announcement, please welcome President of CIRCOM from France Television, Jean-Marc Dubois. Good luck.
Because last time I did this, I forgot the envelope.
Yeah, which is why I've got a spare one here, just in case he
It's just 4 years ago
again.
or 5 years ago. I don't remember exactly.
All right, well, we've got the trophy, we've got the envelope. Who's going to collect the Grand Prix with a further trophy, 2,000 euros in prize money, and of course the respect and congratulations of all of us. So will you open the envelope, please?
Yes. So, there is no mistake. So the Grand Prix goes to France 3 Grand Est, my region. D'abord ne pas nuire. You're welcome.
Eric Lemasson.
Eric Lemasson.
First in my home, the real France.
Well done. Congratulations. It was fantastic.
Well done. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Please, I want you to hear the names of these women first. Her name is Noor. She was. I'm sorry, I'm breaking down the ambience, but it's important, maybe.
Absolutely.
Her name is Noor. She's a physician now, and she was raped at the age of 3, 4, 5 years old by her grandfather. Her name is Elsa. She's a nurse now near Paris, and she was raped at the age of 11 by a physiotherapist. He was supposed to take care of her. Her name is Nina. At 19 or 20 years old, she joined the French army. Now she lives near Strasbourg, and she grew up north in France and in a family, well, in which there was, she has incestuous relationships, sexual relations with her brother, with her sister, with her fathers. And last one is, not last one in this documentary, is Brenda, sent to a family. The family was supposed to take care of her, and she was raped until the age of 11. So I want to dedicate these awards to these women who trust me and who accept to tell their sad stories.
Thank you.
Thanks to her.
Thank you.
And of course, I want to thank the members of the jury of CIRCOM A very thank you to the second prize, I'm happy. And of course, thank you to TG4 for this nice evening, nice dinner, nice ambience. It was very nice. And also, thanks to France 3 Grand Est, especially Fanny Kipfel and Anne de Chalandard and Jean-Marc Dubois also, who trust me also to make this documentary and this program, this project possible. So thank you to all of us. I'm very happy, and I will call them to say that they have won. Thank you.
And so, congratulations then to all our winners and commended. Thanks to our sponsors, thanks to our judges, to the support team, Branca, Tonya, Guillaume, to CCMA for the judging, to TG Caher, to Kathleen, and the production team for our gala. Thank all of you very much indeed for being here.
And David, it's your last year, so I hope you didn't think you're going to get away that lightly. So we have a compilation of your best bits. Would you like to see that? Take a look at this.
The winner of the European Parliament Prize is West Country Television for The View from Here.
Find a program that you think is going to be a benchmark.
It's hard work. It's a lot of viewing for people, and it's a lot of text, it's a lot of writing, it's a lot of discussion, and it can be very tiring. I'm not the only one who could go to sleep right now. There's an awful lot of other judges who are finding it hard. But it's always rewarding.
Breakfast was yogurt and a really awful cup of coffee.
Sorry, David, we just had
to. Well, we shouldn't delay the real quality of the music. But
just before we do that, we'd like to welcome on stage Jean-Marc Dubois and Fernando Ojea. One last thing, David.
This was our little surprise to David. Yeah. He deserves this and much more. It's been 22 years leading the Prix to see what it is, what it means for everyone, for Europe, for the public service media. It's extraordinary work that he has done in the past years. Now he's taking over. Fortunately, he's not leaving CIRCOM. He's remaining as an individual member in the European board, so will be in touch with us, and he has many things to do for us. But this is the last gala, so thank you so much, David. I wanted to show you this surprise. He didn't expect this. And you see, it represents very well who he is, how he likes him, how he loves him.
David, we have a little gift for you because I discovered that you like some drink. And so I have a gift there. This is a bottle opener. This is for you, but it is not alone. This will come with 6 bottles of Pouligny Recek.
Ooh, really?
That will be shipped.
Suddenly I'm really happy.
So, with great pleasure.
Oh, thank you very, very much. Gosh,
You're
don't deserve that. But I have to say thank you, a big thank you. Or should be Mike's, actually. Working with amateurs, it's always the same, isn't it? Say thank you for this, but what I really need to say is thank you to CIRCOM. 22 years on the Prix and much longer before that as well, I won't tell you how long. But the rewards you get from being part of CIRCOM, the networking, professional networking that you can establish, the informal friendships that you create are something really worthwhile. If some of you out there are at the beginning of your relationship with CIRCOM, keep it up. It will only do you good. You will enjoy it, and you will be in a position not only to be helped by others, but to help others as well. I think we do a fantastic job, and thank you, thank you, thank you.
You absolutely do. So, congratulations, David, and I hope you enjoy those bottles of wine. So, gur míle maithigh Gilear as bhí linnean seo an North. Thank you very much for joining us here in Galway, and I hope you enjoyed the gala this evening. So, le closer a chur leis an ihe foicimid 100,000 sláinamh le Chiú Ceoil with the Martin O'Connor Band.
Well, I don't care if I get arrested, 'cause now they need more than a ball and chain. Well, I don't care who's interested, I'm coming into town just the same. Because I've been so alone, I've been feeling blue. Think need a little drink or two, yeah, be my friend. Tell me where that place is. Well, the whiskey flows and it has a roll till down. Well, my baby told me wrong, you must have guessed it. Oh, pretty soon I won't be on the coast, because I've been walking down Main Street, paying no pain. Along come a cop and he takes my name and explains to me what are federal cases. I've mixed the barley with the grape again. Well, I'm pretty sure that you can smell the traces, though tomorrow morning I'll take all the blame. Yeah, Brad City lights make me feel alright. I might be right or wrong, though tomorrow never comes. Tell me, my friend, tell me where that place is. Well, the whiskey flows and that's the road till down. Well, my baby's told me wrong, you must have guessed it. Although pretty soon I won't be in the ghost, because I've been so alone, I've been feeling blue. Think need a little drink or two, girl, but you look like I do too. I'll sit tonight, I'm gonna sleep on the walking cane. Sure that you can smell the traces, though so alone, I've been feeling blue. Think